I'm Ben Bayer and this is Brookfield Farm. I moved out to this farm about 3.5 years ago, and then I happened to meet David Tory, who had a dairy farm. We got talking down our local pub, and David sort of made me aware of the issue with bull calves and what you do with dairy bull calves. It's been an issue in the industry for quite some time now. We looked at it, what can we do with them? Rear them as beef. It's sort of marginal whether that would work, but then we looked at veal. And until programs like ours came along, it was felt that the only option for a dairy bull calf was either to be shot on the farm or, arguably worse, live exported.
The reason that a partnership like this is essential is that it ensures sustainability. The cost of production get paid back in. It means that we're motivated to produce the animals at as low a cost of production as possible, and our partners are motivated to sell the animals for as much as possible so that we ensure a margin in between which promotes the sustainability of the industry.
Veal had a very bad press back in the mid-80s, and rightly so. The rearing methods were pretty cruel. There was the crate system, which is banned throughout Europe, but also its rearing methods aren't as good or as high welfare as they are now. The reason we engaged with the RSPCA Freedom Food Scheme is that to us it was vital that we had a credible welfare system.
Now then, boys.
The main principle behind the RSPCA and Freedom Food Standard is that it's a birth to slaughter system.
They set the protocols, so the transport that we use has to be accredited to the RSPCA. Once they've been moved, they don't really want them moved again. What we're seeing here is ethical veal reared with unrestricted access to water, to straw and to feed. It's basically good animal husbandry. It's also important that you check all the animals as well. Check that they're looking bright, that their ears are up. Just make sure they're looking happy. One of the biggest challenges to meet the RSPCA standards would be around the issue of stock density. They're rightly concerned about overstocking.
The farms are audited twice a year, once an announced visit by Freedom Foods, and we're also subject to an unannounced visit by the RSPCA at any time as well.
It's important that you keep your records up to date and your animals in good order, because you know an RSPCA auditor could come and visit your farm at any time. Freedom Food has obviously raised the bar in terms of high welfare and the way we run our farms, and it's important to us that we maintain that. Most people will consume dairy products but not realise there is an outstanding issue with what happens to the bull calves. That perception in the last 12 months has changed a lot, and as a result, veal's now back on the menu. It's got a long way to go still, but we see it as being a mainstream food product and a solution to a big welfare issue. The consumer can buy veal that has the Freedom Food logo on with confidence and knowing that it's been reared to the highest ethical standards. We're extremely proud to be part of the Freedom Food Scheme, and I see the future of the meat industry as being linked with welfare. You should rear animals to a high welfare standard.